Awesome. Okay. So, welcome to Online Medical Billing and Coding. I am Miss Brandy. I'm going to be your instructor through this course.
Mhm,
Our course has 8 modules or 8 different classes. Right now, we are in 154. We just
mhm,
started it on Friday. So, you guys are starting off in a really good spot at the beginning of a module. Um,
okay.
so, y'all be able to jump in. And the way Unitech works, it's kind of like the course is kind of like a Ferris wheel, and you jump in, wherever the Ferris wheel is in progress. And
Mhm,
like right now, we're on 154. So we've already been through 151 and 152 and 153. So when you guys get done with module 158, you will wrap back around to module 151. Okay, and then finish those courses before you graduate out. That's kind of how our course system works. If y'all have any questions about that, just let me know and I can clarify anything.
okay.
Yeah. Um, let's see. So a little bit about me. Um, I have been doing medical billing and coding for about the last 7 years.
Mhm,
All kinds of different doctors, hospitals, ambulance companies, outsourced billing companies. I've worked in a really wide range of specialties and gotten to see a whole lot. So hopefully I can take some of my firsthand knowledge and pass it on to you guys and help y'all through this course and then
mhm,
onto a career with medical billing and coding or somewhere in that realm because this job it kind of opens those doors for you. Once you get some of this knowledge under your belt, it'll open other doors in the medical office or the medical industry for you guys. You're not going to be stuck just either medical billing or medical coding. That those are
mhm.
the options. There's a wide range of things you can do with these skills.
Okay.
So hopefully I'll be a big help in helping you guys develop that. Um, yeah, so I've been doing this for about 7 years. I'm 40 years old. I live up in North Louisiana, but I am originally from South Louisiana. I'm a swamp girl. That's just me. Um, and I've lived here all my life. I'm married. I have a 4-year-old daughter who is my world. She's the only kid I'm gonna have. So spoiled rotten, hot mess.
Mhm,
But I love her to pieces. um, so with that, that's just a little bit about me. Um, I hope to get to know you guys as things go on a lot better through Zoom meetings and stuff like that. Um, but that kind of brings me into communication and flexibility. We're going to talk a little bit about some expectations that I have for the course, and then some expectations that Unitech has, some policies that they have in place. Um, so for me, my big thing is communication. We're in an online course, so we have a lot of flexibility. If you guys have work stuff that comes up, family stuff, life happens, right? To all of us. So with online, we have the flexibility to extend due dates if we need to, move assignments, that kind of thing. So if y'all have something going on, communicate with me. I'm really easy to talk to. I'm really down to earth. And if y'all say, hey, Miss B, I've got something going on today. I'm swamped. Can I turn this in tomorrow? Generally, 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's fine. Do your thing. Catch up with
mhm.
me tomorrow. Um, now, um, so communication, that's huge for me. Talk to me if you got something going on, and also if you have questions about other stuff that's going on with your schooling and you need to get in touch with like financial aid or the registrar or something like that, just let me know and I'll get you in contact with the right person. um,
Okay.
so that's no problem. Let's see. So communication is big for me. um, Respect and professionalism. We are trying to get you guys ready to go into that career, probably medical office or office of some sort for those of you that don't end up working from home, which is an awesome place to be if y'all can get that gig. Okay. And we'll do our best to help y'all get whatever job that, you want. We're here to help you. So that's one of the things that we look forward to in the end is getting you guys set up with career services, because we do have a career services department. And once you start getting to the end of the course, you'll be getting information from them about how to set up resumes, best practices for interviews and things like that. So that's a huge help towards the end of your course. But that being said, we're trying to get you ready for a career. And wherever you work, even if you're working from home, you're going to have to communicate with, your coworkers, your boss, sometimes even whatever doctor you're billing or coding for, you're going to have to contact them. So we try to remain respectful and professional, just like we would in any work environment. Okay. We're just trying to get y'all used to that way of, really, it's a way of being. It really is. It's just, that's what's expected in the workforce. And it's kind of, if you want to maintain a job, a career, that's what you got to do. Excuse me, y'all. I've had some sinus issues this week. Spring apparently has sprung in Shreveport because the pollen and the everything is just going crazy. So y'all excuse me if I'm kind of gravelly today. All right, so we talked about communication, and professionalism, the flexibility we have. And that's basically it for me, guys. I just want you to talk to me when you need to talk to me and just be nice about it. That's really it for me. Everything else we can get through. If we maintain those things, everything else is just gonna fly by. Okay, so let's talk for a second about Unitech. Unitech has what they call a 14-day attendance policy. Their expectation is that you guys are turning in assignments and participating in class every day, Monday through Friday. And the way you get your attendance is by submitting your assignments. Anytime you submit an assignment, you've got your attendance for that day. Now, some of our assignments, we usually have like one Zoom meeting a week. Now, this week's kind of oddball. We're having two. We had our Zoom lecture on yesterday. No, excuse me, day before yesterday, on Tuesday. And then on Friday, we're going to have another Zoom Friday afternoon. But that one is actually going to be a fun activity. It's not going to be a lecture. I'm hoping to have a good amount of people there because it's going to be a lot of back and forth. Okay. It's going to be really fun. So this week we've got two. Usually we only have one. And those are that's an assignment that is worth points to your grade. If you attend a Zoom meeting, you're automatically going to get attendance for that day and your full amount of points. Okay. I have some people who work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And unfortunately, my office hours are 8 to 5. So I have to schedule the Zoom meetings somewhere in that time frame. And I have people who just can't come. And I've got some students who have been with me since January and have never been to the first Zoom meeting because their work schedule just didn't allow. And that's okay. That's why I record stuff. So those people that can jump in later and watch the video and see what they miss. I don't want anybody to miss out on anything. And I also have some people who will get into the Zoom meeting, pop in an earbud while they're at work, turn off the audio and the video, stick a phone in their pocket and listen to the meeting. And that's fine with me.
Okay.
You get full attendance for that as well. I just want you guys in so y'all can soak up as much as you can. Let's see. So back to the attendance thing. They want you in every day. Any day that you don't turn in an assignment, you're going to be marked absent. Okay. And after 14 days of consecutive absences, you are dropped from the course. And then if you're dropped for no attendance, you have to wait 12 months, one entire calendar year before you can get back in and finish. So we don't want that to happen. We don't want to hold anybody up. And it's sad when somebody works for months and months towards this, puts so much work into it, and then gets sidetracked or gets busy or whatever, and doesn't get dropped for, because they were out for days. And then all that time, all that work they put in is almost for nothing. Because most of the time people do not come back and finish. They drop, they kind of get downhearted on themselves,
Mhm.
and they have a hard time coming back. So we want to avoid that at all possibilities. So what I do, I make getting your attendance in really, really easy for you guys. I do what's called a question of the day. You have one for every single day of the week. And what it is, it's a one really simple little question that'll take you about 3 minutes to find me an answer for. It's usually something you can Google search or something that is, from the material that we're covering. Sometimes it's a Harry Potter question because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Today's is actually one on um, Irish folklore because, next week is St. Patrick's Day. I am of Irish heritage. So I get into St. Patty's big. So today's question, I think if I remember correctly, in Irish folklore, what was it that St. Patrick supposedly drove out of Ireland? In all the fables, St. Patrick was supposedly drove this one particular thing out of, and it's an animal, out of Ireland. And to this day, Ireland does not have that animal. So I'm looking for a one-word answer. Most of your questions of the day are one-word answers and something you can Google search in just a couple of minutes. Now, they are worth 5 points. And you have them every day. And I've got some people who do not do the question of the day. They do their assignments and others, their big assignments, and labs and stuff, but they don't do the question of the day. And they're really doing themselves a disservice because this module has 40 days in it. Okay. That's 5 points a day times 40. I know on a 30-day module, it's 150 points off your grade if you don't do any of the questions of the day. And that's just a waste because it's really easy points. It's really, really easy. So definitely pay attention to that question of the day. And if y'all have got something going on, if you're working, I've got people who work double shifts on occasion for their jobs. It is real easy to just pop in and do that question of the day and then worry about the big assignments on another day. Okay, because those assignments, your daily assignments and your labs, like the ones that are due for today are due for today, but you have until Sunday to complete them without losing any points. Okay, now after Sunday, it's going to be closed, and then you'll have to get with me to reopen it if you need to make it up or something like that. Okay, so try to get it done between whatever day is the due date
Mhm.
is Sunday. Sunday at 11:55 p.m. right before midnight is the cutoff, and that's your daily assignments in your labs that do that. Exams also I keep open for an amount of time to give y'all time. Um, but the QODs, the questions of the day, do close every single day. Once that day passes, you can no longer make up those points. They're lost. Okay. So and it's a really easy way to get your attendance in. So we try to make that as simple as possible. Now with Unitech, part of that attendance policy is that you must submit an assignment the first day of your course. So that's today. Y'all have got until 11:55 tonight to submit me your first assignment. And like I was talking about the flexibility, we have a student today who has a sick child that she's taken to the doctor. So what I did to make things easier for her for today was I texted her the question of the day. At some point in time today, when her child is resting, she's going to text me back the answer. And guess what? That's a submission. As long as you get it to me some kind of way, it's a submission. Now, we like it and we need it into the e-learning site, attached some kind of way to that assignment page. So it's there. Because we do get people, we are accredited. So we get people that come in and check our courses and check the work and make sure we're giving proper grades and things like that. Okay. So we need that work in there to show that, hey, I'm not just giving this person a grade, their work is here. But in an emergency situation, I can accept it via text. I can accept it via email. You can write it down and take a picture of it and send me that picture. But again, that's in an emergency situation. But it's an option. It's an option. So like I say, guys, we really can. We've got the flexibility to work around anything that comes up. Okay. So yes, you've got to submit that assignment in order to be active in the course. If you do not submit an assignment today, you're going to do what's called a rollover, which means they're going to roll you over till next week. You're not going to be able to start until next Tuesday. And then next Tuesday, we go through this again. You have to submit that assignment that day. So let's not have a rollover. Let's get everything up and going today. So just y'all make sure to get me that assignment by 11:55 tonight. And if I don't have it by 10 o'clock, expect a phone call. I'm gonna be checking up on you. And also as far as attendance, now I understand that you guys, sometimes y'all are going to go a couple of days without turning anything in and without even looking at coursework. And that's fine. Y'all have that. But I just want to let you know that at about day 3, once we get to day 3, you're going to start to hear from me. I'm going to start to check up on you and make sure that everything's okay and that you don't need any help from me for anything. Okay. And it's not that I'm trying to get in your business. My goal is for you guys to be successful. And I've seen it happen to where people let themselves fall behind. And then we get to the end of the module and they're struggling to get stuff in to pass the module. Okay. And I don't want anybody to have to stress themselves out like that. I want this to be a fun and enjoyable experience for you guys. Just a valuable part of your journey to your career. And that's why I try to keep y'all on track, with turning in the assignments daily. And again, at about day 3, I'll check in on you and make sure you don't need anything. But hopefully, if you do need anything, you have gotten with me before that point. Let's see. So that's attendance policy with Unitech, and that's really their main thing. As long as you're doing the work and you're submitting your assignments, you're going to pass the course. You're not going to have any problems. The assignments, every day you're going to have a daily assignment, a lab assignment, and then the question of the day. The lab assignment may be a Zoom meeting. It may be something out of your workbook to complete. It might be a short essay. It might be a discussion question. We have a wide range of stuff that we can do as far as assignments. And we put a description and we try to label everything really clearly and make the instructions super clear for you guys. But if you have a question, get with me. Definitely text me before you spend a bunch of time doing something that you're not 100% sure of, okay? Let's see. My office hours are 8 to 5, but for those of you guys that do your work on your stuff at night, please feel free to send me a text message. If I'm not able to help you at that time, I will try to respond back and let you know, hey, can we catch up with this tomorrow? And if it's something like you have an assignment, if it's Sunday night or something like that, and you have assignments that are going to close at midnight and I don't get back with you for some reason, don't stress about it. If I can't get back in touch with you that night, I'm not going to hold you responsible for that. Okay. I'll reopen that assignment for you and we'll work it out the next day. So don't stress out if I don't respond to you after 5 o'clock. And I will tell y'all this too. Text message is the easiest form of communication with me. That's how you're going to get the quickest response. And I will be straight up with y'all. If y'all email me after 5 p.m., I'm not going to get it till the next morning. So definitely shoot me a message, call me if it's an emergency and you need to. If y'all call me after 5, it should be an emergency. But shoot me a text anytime. Because, I am with my daughter and my husband at that time, so we all have our family time that we want to get in. So just be aware of that. All right. So I think that covers all the basics. I want to get into now, talk a little bit about your books, your materials. Tiara, have you been able to set up your Evolve account to access your ebooks? Oh, you just muted yourself.
I said, yes, ma'am. I'm a little confused on how to navigate everything, but I'm logged in and got all of that straight. Just Gotta
Awesome.
learn how, gotta figure out how to navigate through the e-learning and how to get the books. Cause I was looking at it and I'm like, okay.
I got you. It seems like a lot when you first sign in and you're like, okay, what am I even looking at?
Right.
And that's everybody, girl. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you guys and we're going to walk through some of that and kind of clear up that for you real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so you guys have gotten to, oh, I don't need the quick tour. I'm pretty well adept at it. All right, so when you get to Evolve, and you guys will have gotten an email from Jana Peterson, who probably helped y'all in the admissions process quite a bit. She is going to, or should have already sent you guys an email that has the Evolve link and then instructions for setting up that account. And then once you get into there, I'm just going to sign in real quick. And mine is going to look a little bit different from yours, guys, because I'm an instructor. So I've got some extra stuff in there that you guys aren't going to need to worry about. Y'all aren't even going to see it. So don't even worry about it. But it'll look a lot the same. Okay. So once you get signed into Evolve, you're going to have, you're going to have to click on my content, which I think y'all have to click on my Evolve first, and then you'll see a my content option. But click on my content, and then you'll have over here in this section, that's where you redeem the code from Jana's email. That'll give you access to your ebooks. Once you put in that code, and we have had some issues with the codes not working sometimes. So if y'all have issues, let me know ASAP so I can get y'all a new code. Okay. But after you put in that code, you're going to scroll all the way. See, I have a bunch of extra stuff that y'all aren't going to have to worry about. But what you will have is a vital source library. And this is where your ebooks are going to be located. It's kind of like a bookshelf. Okay. Think of vital source library like a bookshelf. You're going to go into this bookshelf. Really? Yeah, I've already done all this. And then it's going to bring up this. This is your vital source library where all of your ebooks are located. Okay. And y'all should have about 5 or 6 different ebooks. And those are all of the books for the entire course. So we're in module 154. Right now, the only books that we're working out of are the step-by-step for medical coding. There's a book, and then there's also a workbook. And once you click on those, it'll open it up. And there's your book. Okay. Your table of contents is over here. And I know right now we are working, I think we started today on chapter 13. So you're just going to scroll down here till you see 13, surgery guidelines and general surgery. And you're going to click on that, and it's going to take you straight to chapter 13. Okay. Now, there's a cool feature that I want to show you guys on here. If you come up here to these 3 little dots that usually give you more options, and you click on that, notice it has this read aloud function. Okay. If you open up your book and you make it read aloud, it turns it into an audio book. It will read it to you, read the chapter. So you can do it while you're cooking dinner, while you're working. As long as you can listen to it, you're going through your chapter. Okay. So or even driving in the car. I know I've gone through some chapters while I was driving in the car. All of my immediate family lives in Texas. So I make 4.5-hour drives to Houston fairly regularly. And I will listen to my chapters going down the highway. Because I mean, why not? You know? All right. And there's also some really cool features in here. You can make notes and flashcards, stuff like that. zoom in, zoom out, etc. Okay. Do you have any questions on that, Tiara?
No, I just learned a lot about it.
Yeah, that's why I say this meeting is so important. We go over so much good information for you guys, stuff that y'all really need to know to get into things and get going. Okay, so we're in right now, we're in the workbook for medical coding. Let's go back. And look at our other books for just a second. You guys are going to see a book called The Electronic Health Record. It's this one right here. All right, I want y'all to make sure that y'all have that ebook in your shelf. And if you don't, please let me know. We did have an instance where there was a couple of people who didn't have it in there. We're not using that book right now, but we will in the future. So let me know if you don't have it so we can make sure that you guys get it, okay? All right. And there's also Elsevier has an app that is really super handy. It's kind of, the app is just basically the bookshelf in a nutshell. So you can open it up at any time without having to go through all the logins and the different stuff. It's really, really handy. All right. So if we don't have any more questions on that, Tiara, you said you were good. And you other folks that are watching, let me know if you have questions, reach out to me. I'm here to help. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and move over to your e-learning site, to Genzabar. And Genzabar is just the system, y'all. It's just the nickname for the system. It's either e-learning site or Genzabar, but that's going to be your My Unitech site where you're going to access all your coursework and stuff. All right, so let's hop over to the home page. And I'm pretty sure you guys did your orientation on this site, so you should have a login and whatnot. You're going to come up here to the academics tab. You have a menu across the top with a lot of good information. And again, mine does look a little bit different than yours because I'm an instructor, but everybody has to click on academics, and then it's going to bring up your list of courses. And the only thing y'all should have, I think y'all should have like an orientation course listed maybe, and then the course that you're in, which is medical billing and coding 154, and y'all are group 17. Okay. Not that you'll ever need to know what group you are, but there you have it. And what you'll do is you'll just click on that and it'll open up your course. Okay. And we are going to go through, we're going to highlight some of the important pages, the stuff that you guys are going to use the most. All right. So once you open up your course, and let me move this little window. All right, so once you open up your course, it's going to bring you to the overview page. And there's just a couple of things to make note of on here. Okay, if we have any, well, okay, I have it set up to where I'm a guest student. So I currently have an F because I don't turn in assignments for myself. I like to be able to view everything how you guys view it. And that way, if y'all have a question on something, I can say, wait, let me pop in and look at what you're looking at so that I can help you through it. But your course status will be here. Your next event is basically your next assignment due, depending on where you are in your assignments. Your next one will be listed here. Latest news, you want to check that out every now and then. I don't put stuff on there every day, but I think like yesterday, I actually had 3 posts put on there. So there is stuff added to that on occasion. And that's where I'm going to put really important reminders, any days that we don't have class, any times that I might be out and unavailable. I'm going to put all that in the news and announcements, okay? So you just want to check on that and see if there's a new headline, basically. And then your next due date, which is almost the same thing as this next event tab. It's kind of redundant, but there it is. If you scroll down, there are just some basic course information, a little calendar that just kind of shows the course assignments listed there by due date. And I'll be honest with you guys, I do not use their calendar in here very much. It automatically populates this when I enter in assignments, but it's not something that I use, and I'm going to show you guys why. And then again, coursework is just your assignments listed there again, and there's nothing in resources or there's nothing in resources. And the news and discussions, that's again, news and announcements that you've already seen up top. Let's see. So this square, this section up here is your most important thing. And that's the overview page. All right, so I want to show y'all real quick why I don't use the calendar that they have. I don't like the way it's set up. It's not real easy for you guys to read and see. So what I do, and I try to have this in on like Fridays or Saturdays. This week, we started a new module. So this weekend, I was kind of swamped with catching up on the grading and getting those final grades in. So I was actually a few days late with this week, but I have it updated now. This is what I like to call the week at a glance. And this is basically a weekly calendar that I put up for you guys. And you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the dates. That's not this week. I must have attached the wrong one. Okay, but anyhow, it's going to work the same. It's going to list your what day of the week it is, the date, and then what day of the module. And this is something that I want you guys to pay attention to, is the day of the module. Okay. Most of your modules are 30 days long. This one in particular is 40 days long. So you'll see, you know, whatever of like Friday was the first day of module 40. So it was 1 of 40. Okay, today we are on day 5 of 40. Okay, so you guys, since y'all are starting on day 5 of 40, you will not be responsible for anything that came before today. You're going to start
with my next question.
Yeah. No, we're not going to hold y'all responsible for anything before your start date, because you remember how I explained that Ferris wheel? When y'all finish, y'all are going to finish in module 154. You're going to come back to this one and finish up. So you're not responsible for anything before today. But on this week at a glance, I list out your daily assignments and what they are, what you have to submit for grading, because I don't always ask you to submit everything I asked you to do. That would be a lot for me to grade with the amount of students I have. So like complete chapter 12 review theory and practical sections up here on Tuesday for your daily assignment, and then submit the practical sections. So at the end of every chapter is a chapter review, and they have a theory, practical, and 2 other sections, learning objectives and glossary. And you see the next day's assignment was chapter 12 review, the other 2 sections. I try not to load you guys up with so much work at one time, because y'all are working, y'all have families, you know, this is something extra that you're doing to better yourself. So I'm not going to load it down and make it dang near impossible for you guys. So your assignments, while it may look overwhelming in the beginning, once you get used to it, you realize it's not as much as what you thought at the beginning. Let's see. So, and then down here, we'll have your daily labs listed, and I list exactly what those are. See, for one day, it was the Zoom meeting for chapter 12 review. And then the next day was the chapter 12 exam. So your labs will be different sometimes. If we have a discussion question, which if we do, it will take the place of a lab. But if we have a discussion question, it'll be listed here. And I only use those every so often. I think I would like to use them more so you guys could interact with each other more. I think that would be really cool. But for right now, it's a newer feature and it's a little bit confusing. So I'm still getting the hang of it. So we only have discussion questions like once every couple of weeks right now. let's see. And then down at the bottom of this week at a glance, I list your questions of the day. And they're down here. Like you see, when was the first known New Orleans Mardi Gras parade? How did Harry Potter get a scar? And then I've got some that actually deal with, this is really incorrect, deal with the material that we're working in. So those QODs could really be anything, but it shows you what you have, everything that you have for the week laid out, in one really easy to read and see format. So that is what, and if y'all ever notice, like this apparently got uploaded incorrectly. I attached the wrong file. If y'all notice that the dates are off or I'm late or whatever, shoot me a text, y'all. I am human. I am human and I forget stuff too. I'm one of those people, I got to write everything down or I'm gonna forget it. So y'all just meet me with grace, like I'm gonna meet you guys, and let me know when I mess up and I'll be more than happy to fix it. But so that's the week at a glance, super useful page. All right, so once you see what your assignments are and you've got a good idea what you're looking at, you're gonna pop over here to this course assignments page, okay? And that is where you're gonna find all of your assignments and listed out. And this is how you get into those to work on them, okay? You're gonna notice up here, up at the top, it has your next due. Those are going to be, depending on wherever you are, the next few that are coming due. Kind of just gives you a little heads up of where you're at. All right. The first section up here is going to be your daily assignments and your questions of the day. And you can see how I label these. Day 1 of 40, daily assignment, question of the day, 1 of 40. And this is just to make it super simple for you guys to see and know exactly what you're working on. And you can see underneath, it gives you a brief description of what exactly that assignment is. Okay, and like I explained, we are on day 5 of 40 right now. So you guys are going to scroll on down until you see this 5 of 40 daily assignment and then the QOD for 5 of 40. Okay, and whenever y'all are ready to work on one of those, you just click the title. And also, when you guys are working on assignments and you're saving files, to assignments, please label them by what day of the module we're on and not necessarily the date that you were working on that. Again, label it what day of 40, because it gets really, really confusing when I have a bunch of files that say dates, but they don't always correspond with the day of the module. Stuff gets really, really confusing like that. So just please label them by the day of the module. And let's see. Yeah. According to Irish lore, what did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? So that'll be a really easy thing for y'all to do. And this is probably the first thing I would like for y'all to concentrate on today, just to go ahead and get that first assignment out of the way and get that attendance under your belt. So we don't have to worry about that. All right. And then your assignments just continue on. Okay. So daily assignments and QODs are in the top section. Your next section is going to be your lab assignments. All right. And you can see those are labeled the same way, 1 of 40, 2 of 40, and so on until we get to 5 of 40. And today's lab is complete chapter 13 review, theory and practical sections, and step-by-step for medical coding. All right. Something I want to go ahead and talk about, and I kind of forgot to talk about this in the books, is printed books. You guys, after you turn in your assignment today and you're considered active in the course, tomorrow they're going to ship out your books. And the reason they do that, they want to make sure that you turn in that assignment and you're invested in the course before they send you these coding manuals. The coding manuals are the only things that you guys are going to get in print. Unfortunately, I wish that we could get you your textbook and your workbook in print. I know that'd be easier for some people. Definitely would be for me. It kills me having to work off of the screen all the time. But We just don't have that option available to us. But your coding manuals are not available in ebook form. So you do receive those in printed form. And I'm going to show you one of these. This book is major. This is your ICD-10-CM. This is about a $200 book right here. You're going to get this is the biggest one, but you're going to get 3 pretty hefty coding manuals. You will get those probably Wednesday or Thursday of next week, as long as you submit that assignment in today to me, and go active. Okay. If you guys would, please let me know when you get your books so I can check it off. And if you do not have 3, let me know. There's going to be a blue one, a purple one, and a yellow one. So just, again, let me know when you'll get those books and make sure that you do have all 3 that you need, because those are very important. Some of your assignments, and the reason I brought this up now was because, like your lab assignment for today, theory and practical sections, you guys will be able to do the theory sections because that's going to be stuff pulled straight from the chapter. The practical sections, y'all are not going to be able to do because you don't have your coding manuals yet. All right, so now what I want you to do for assignments that ask you to look in your coding manual, write no manual. I'm not going to mark you off for something that you can't possibly do. Okay, that would just be completely unfair. And I'm well aware that you guys do not have the manuals to be able to complete this assignment. So don't stress about it. If you get to a question or an assignment or anything that says refer to your ICD-10 manual, or ask you for an ICD-10 code or a CPT code or anything like that, what I want you to do is Google search. Google search and see if you can get the answer. If you cannot get the answer, write no manual. Okay. And that goes the same for the exams. You guys are not responsible for the Chapter 12 exam. They took that yesterday. I am probably going to leave it open for you guys just in case you want to give it a try, because I mean, why not? It's not gonna hurt your grade any, to give it a go. If you want to, definitely don't have to though. You're not responsible for it. But if you want to play with it and just see how the tests are set up and things like that, feel free. All right. So any questions about your coding manuals or any assignments, anything like that at this point?
So when we like working out of the ebooks, hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to work. It'll tell you, hey, this what it is, like this where you go. It tells you where to go.
In your in the like for your assignments, like this one, complete chapter 13 review. You're just going to go in your ebook, go to chapter 13, and then go to the end of chapter 13. That's where your chapter review is going to be.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing it'll ask, sometimes I'm kind of hit and miss about putting the page numbers in there. I try to remember to throw them in there. But if they're not in there, it should be what book you need to find this in.
Okay.
Now, your assignments and stuff are generally not going to come from just a coding manual. The assignment you're going to find either in your step-by-step for medical coding book or the workbook. That's where the assignment, or a worksheet. Sometimes I give you just a paper worksheet to work off of.
And then we just got to edit it in.
Yeah, you can edit it. What I would really prefer you do, open up a fresh document and just type out your answers. Just list them out. List out the answers. That's the easiest thing for me to do. I have a lot of folks who copy and paste the whole questions and stuff like that. That's just a lot for me to look at when I'm trying to grade stuff pretty quickly. And I have quite a bit of students, I have quite a bit of grading to do. So the easier y'all can make it on me, I appreciate it. So yeah, just open you up a fresh document and just list out the answers. And then you'll
Okay.
upload that. And watch, we'll walk through the upload process real quick. Let's go ahead and do this one. Today's question of the day. You're going to click on that on the title to open up that assignment page. Okay. And it is going to list here your question. According to Irish lore, what did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland? And then your instructions are to submit an answer to the question above. You must upload at least one file. And then you'll see an upload button. Okay. 95% of your assignments are going to be file upload assignments. You're going to have to submit a document for me to grade. Okay. So you're going to click on upload a file. Well, you're going to type up a document with the answer to this question, label it QOD 5 of 40, and then click upload. When you click upload, you're going to have this little box right here that lets you choose your file. So you click choose file. And then you're going to have this box open up called Moxie Manager. And all Moxie Manager is, think of it like an online filing cabinet. Okay.
Mhm.
You've got this upload button up at the top. So it's real easy. Upload, choose, it pretty easy. You'll click upload, and then that is where you will pick a file from your computer, the file that you saved with your answer. Okay.
Mhm.
I am just going to attach any old thing. It will pop up in Moxie Manager. It's automatically checked because you just uploaded it, and you're going to check insert, and then you'll see your file name listed there. Okay. You don't have to worry about a label or a description or anything like that. You can leave that as is, and you're going to say add file. There you go. All right. So once you get here, if you have a second page of answers for some reason, which you shouldn't, if you have 2 pages, they can be in the same document. You don't have to save each of them separately. Okay. Save them all in one document. You can upload another file, or you can turn in your question of the day. So I'm done. So I'm going to click turn in my question of the day. And that's it. You're done. And you'll see here it's not yet graded because I haven't gotten to it. But then it's closed for you. It's done. Your assignment is submitted. You have any questions about that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Excellent. So that's how you upload your assignments. And from there, I want to take you to, we're going to skip around a little bit because I kind of like to go in order. From the course assignments, we just talked about that upload, right? So if you go over to this resources page, this is going to be super useful for you guys too. On the resources page, there are a bunch of short, and when I say short, I mean like 3 to 5 minutes long, videos that Unitech has made for you guys to walk y'all through some of the basic functions, like uploading a file assignment. If y'all get stuck going through that, there is a tiny video, complete a file upload assignment right there that you can watch, and it'll walk you through step by step with no fluff. When you get with me, there's fluff. But this is just step by step. Okay. But if y'all still have questions, get with me. And you'll see there's only about 7 videos here. So there's some stuff, but not everything. Y'all will have questions that this is not going to answer, but it'll answer a lot of them. So just keep that in mind. Resources page, very handy. All right. So let's jump over to news and announcements. Okay. And again, y'all saw on the overview page where they had, like one little snippet about, hey, there's a new news and announcement post. Yeah. So this was yesterday's news and announcement. It was actually a a letter from our campus director, Miss Christy Waltrip, welcoming you guys to this module and to Unitech, and just giving you some basic information about her. She's really awesome. You guys will probably see Miss Christie and a couple of other higher ups in and out of the Zoom meetings and different things. Sometimes we get observed. Sometimes we call in other instructors to be guest speakers. And sometimes, our bosses just pop in to say hi. So that could happen at any time. But they're all super nice people, super down to earth and stuff like that. So, and y'all see if you scroll down the past news and announcements, like, sorry for the delay, the week at a glance has been updated. As you saw, though, the wrong file got attached. So I've got to go fix that. And then a welcome to online medical billing and coding. That was a day one of the module. Okay, so you just want to check those out every now and then for new stuff. Okay. We talked about the resources, discussion forum page. If you have a discussion question, this is where you will do that assignment on the discussion forum page. Okay, and again, it's a little bit, it can be a little bit tricky to navigate. But that is also one of those videos on the resources page, is how to answer a discussion forum question. So again, we only have one of those like every few weeks or so. We haven't had one yet for this module. That's why all of this is empty so far. All right, let's see. Course calendar. Again, I don't use their calendar much because we do the week at a glance. If you guys want to take a look at your syllabus for this module, that'll be listed on your syllabus page. I've got it listed here where you can just go through it if you want to, or down at the bottom, I've got a file where you can download it and keep it if that's something that you're interested in. All right, their chat function, their chat page, I also do not use because we have text message. Between the text messaging and the discussion forum in our Zoom meetings, we really have all the contact that we need. So that's just one more thing I didn't think, not something we use. All right, your grade book. This is where you can go and see your grades in detail. Okay, it'll give your overall up here at the top. And again, I don't submit assignments, so I have an F. And then it'll list all of the assignments and your grade on said assignment. Now, something I want to mention to you guys, since y'all are new students, your grade book is not going to be accurate for a couple of days until you get some assignments in and start, and I get to grade those assignments. You're not going to have an accurate grade. It is going to say F, and all of the assignments that are listed before today are also going to say F. And what's going to happen when I start grading your assignments, I will go in and I will drop the grades for everything that was before today. So don't let that freak you out. Okay. All of those grades are going to be dropped, and you're probably going to show an F for a couple of days. So again, don't stress out about that. That's normal. Just give me an opportunity to get some stuff graded for you, and then that'll update. Okay, but that's where you can find this information in future if you need it. All right, attendance. That is where you can view your attendance record. And again, guys, daily attendance is really important with Unitech. It's something that they really strive for, is daily participation in attendance. So you can find where you sit as far as that on the attendance page. The course information page is basically some information about me, my office hours, and my contact information if you guys need that. Oh, good. And also contact information for my boss and my boss's boss. Ms. Christy Waltrip is our campus director, and Miss April Austin is our director of education. So if you guys need help, if y'all can't get in touch with me, you can reach out to these ladies. Please let me be your first line of contact before you go to my boss. Okay. Appreciate that. But you do have access to these people if you need them. But y'all, if y'all, there's never been anyone who has reached out to me and had to reach out to somebody past me because I didn't respond. That's just, quite frankly, I find it rude when somebody asks you something and you don't respond. I think that's rude, so I don't do it. You know, I try to treat y'all how I would like to be treated. And if I'm working on something and I got a question, I would like a timely response. So I try to treat you guys that same way. Okay. But yeah, so our contact information and office hours and things like that are basically here. All right. And then you have your week at a glance page, which we already looked at, but super, super handy. And then your last couple of pages, you are going to have assignments that are going to ask you to review the PowerPoint for that chapter. And I list all of our PowerPoint presentations on the PowerPoint page. And you'll notice I have the PowerPoint format and then I have a PDF format. Guys, I do not expect y'all to spend extra money by subscribing to the Microsoft Office software. If y'all have it to use, then great, it's super handy. If you don't have it to use, don't worry about it. Google Docs and PDFs and things like that work just fine, and they're free. So by all means, if you don't have Microsoft Word to type up your assignments, open up a Google Doc. Now, one thing to remember when you're using Google Docs is it does not have just a plain save function. You literally have to download. So instead of save, it's download to your computer when you're using Google Docs. So just keep that in mind. And again, if y'all have questions when y'all get in and start doing this stuff, just shoot me a text message and I'll walk you through whatever you need. Okay. But so yeah, so anything I post will usually be in two formats. You'll have your Microsoft software format and then a format that anybody can use. But all your PowerPoints will be listed on this page. And then virtual meetings is our last page that you guys will see. And anytime we have an onboarding like today, like this meeting is, or a lecture or something like that, I try to record it. Sometimes I forget to press record. This week, our lecture did not get recorded because I kept having power outages and losing my internet connection. So, because we had really bad weather in Shreveport earlier this week, and I kept losing the meeting. So there was no way I could record it and it be, you know, we kept having to open different meetings to continue on. So there was no way I could get a recording out of that to have the lecture. If something like that happens and there's no video for you guys to watch, I will update that assignment with something else for you guys to do. Okay. So if you can't find a meeting on a virtual meetings page, and also if we have a virtual meeting at 3:00, more than likely the meeting's going to run between anywhere from 3:30 to 4. And then after that, I have to convert the video and get it posted. And that takes time. So please do not expect if we have a meeting at 3, that at 3:30, you're going to have a video to watch because it's not going to be there yet. Okay. Give me at least in 2 hours after the start of the meeting. Okay. To get that video up and posted. And as you can see, the last thing we've got here was Tuesday's onboarding. In an hour after this meeting, our onboarding will be here. So you guys can go back and rewatch it if you want to, or whatever the case may be. Okay. And that's pretty much it for the e-learning site. Tiara, do you have any questions on that?
No, ma'am, we covered everything.
Good, good. That's what I like to hear. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick. Okay. So that
this room dark. Let me turn on this light.
Sure.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so we talked about books, we talked about assignments, the e-learning site, the expectations and policies and all that stuff. You got anything else for me? Anything I didn't touch on?
No, ma'am.
You feel pretty
I'm a
confident?
texter too, so just I get it fast in the text.
Me too. Me too. And that's almost everybody these days now, you know, it's just easier that way. And definitely my preferred method because I can get right back with y'all so easily. Um, but if you don't have anything else for me and you feel confident going forward and getting that first assignment in, that's really all I've got for you guys today. And just welcome. I'm so glad to have y'all with me. And I hope that we have a lot of fun together getting through this. All right. And again, I'm here if y'all need me.
Okay.
Just reach out.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I really appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.